So the reason they changed from 13 months to 12 months is because it's harder for you to see it. Now, if you take the number 13, it's 1 and a 3, which is A and a C. All right? Time is befallen. Look it up. The word time means to befall. So AC is Antichrist, and it's also the sine wave, the AC sine wave, up and down, which is the drama, the waves, the ocean. There won't be an ocean in the new heaven and new earth. There won't be an ocean. Everything's going to be steady state. So you got night and day, right? You got male and female. When you get your new body, it's going to be like the angels. There's no marrying or giving in marriage in heaven. There's no male and female. It's pretty much just male, God the Father, He was making sons of God. And so everybody will be changed into their new body who's saved. And so 13 months would reveal 1313, Mockingbird Lane. So this befallen system is a Mockingbird system. The flesh mind, all the flesh mind can do is mock. The spirit of the age, there's two spirits, the spirit of God and the spirit of the world system. And that's why when you wake up, you get saved, you get born again, some people are still controlled, even though they're in the church, they're still controlled by the spirit of the world. The music, the politics, the news, the media, and all that. So when you wake up, it's like a shock, and you're wanting to shake everybody else to wake them up. But they're controlled by a spirit, and the devil can take them captive at will. You can actually see this in the cartoon. Watch the cartoon series. Look at this guy just crossing the line. You can actually see it in the cartoon series, the reboot. Look at that. He has to be drunk. JEH 8979, just in case something happens. Anyway, the spirit of the age, spirit of the air, the spirit of the world system is what controls people. Think about it. They're flesh creatures. How else? What else are they going to run on? What else are they going to run their 3D avatar body on besides the spirit of the air, the spirit of age? I just did a run and I picked this dude up in a nice neighborhood. He had 2 stops, Family Dollar here, Family Dollar there. Then he didn't really say what he was doing. Then he had another stop, Walgreens. Then he had another stop to a Family Dollar. He had like 5 stops. He kept adding a stop. He couldn't find what he wanted, but he would go in, he mad food line. He went there, I could see in there, he went in there and bought a drink and came out. It's like he was running on a program. It was just like you would drive all the way down here to get you a Coca-Cola. It didn't add up. He was running on a program. He just didn't want, he just couldn't be content. He says, do you mind if I add another stop? I said, no, I was kind of wanting to see what he was doing, trying to figure out what he was doing, but it didn't make sense. He's running on a program. The spirit of the air, the spirit of the age, not the spirit of God. And so what it comes down to is we got 2 kinds of creatures. We got the goats and the sheep and the goats. And so the sheep are trying to make copies by preaching the gospel, getting somebody saved, and the goats are trying to make copies to get you to worship Lucifer, the hive. So they all work the same. Just like all the narcissists act the same, the hive acts the same. Some are better at hiding it than the others. Some know how to hide it. Some are good at trying to hide it, but they all have the same spirit. The devil. Spirit of the age, of the air. And that's why when you go to another culture, another state, there's just a different culture program, but it's a program. It's another cult. So when you leave the cult, you get born again and you leave the cult, they call you crazy and they have to persecute you. Because when Jesus came down in this place, the Pharisees, they're all legalists, they're all under law. The Jezebel, even though they don't do right, they try to put everybody under law. All of them are of the same. They're the same kind. They're all goats. Doesn't matter where you go, it's all the same. When you break it down to its simplest forms, sheep versus goat, about each one's trying to make a copy of themselves. Reproduce after their own kind. That's why it's a reproduction thing down here. And the only reason that they can't make a copy, get you to follow them, is because you got the spirit of truth and they have the spirit of error.